Welcome to another installment of Art History with Peggy.
And other people.
Yep, there are other people here too.
Oh, yeah, it does. Lucifer.
Okay, tell me about Lucifer. Because you can do it.
I can't. What are we basing this on? Are we basing this on Supernatural?
You went to Catholic school and you watched all of Supernatural. Tell me about Lucifer.
Right, I have an extensive knowledge of Lucifer based on
Well,
that.
it was made by Jacob Epstein.
This one was made by Jacob Epstein. He's a fallen angel. That's why his angel wings.
A character from Degrassi.
Really?
The actor that plays him.
That's a poor name choice on their parents' part.
Anyway.
He has wings because he's a fallen angel. He has long hair like Michael, which is actually interesting because Michael always has hair like that. And I think that's kind of relating him back to Michael because Michael and Lucifer are opposites. The good brother and then the bad brother. So they probably have the same hair to show family relation. And I'm not entirely sure on the whole binding thing. I think this is the idea that he's evil. That's probably why he's shown tortured. And I don't know what he's doing with his hands.
I was going to say, it's not a
His hands are really
contrapasto
young.
pose.
It's actually partially contrapasto because his hip is out.
Hey, you guys. His hands are like this because of the flames of hell.
Oh, that's actually really interesting.
Japanese art, it means it's prostitutes.
No.
Are you sure?
I can positively say I have no idea.
Okay.
Except for mustache is probably a sign of his manliness. That's why he has a fake mustache. It's the only thing I can say.
Okay.
Probably.
What can you tell us about Japanese art?
It's a lot of prostitutes.
And yet somehow there aren't any
most
in
of the
this
time
room.
it has writing.
What does the writing mean?
It varies, but they incorporate writing with almost every one of their images.
Because they make it
can't
beautiful
read
like
Japanese.
art, right? No, I
Yeah.
didn't mean like, what does it mean usually? Like,
No,
is it normally inspirational quotes or is it like, this is a bird?
Sometimes it is like quotes. And sometimes it's because they'll decorate a manuscript of something, so that's why there's a lot of like random pages that has a lot of characters on it because it's probably part of a book.
Cool.
It's something actually.
I need it. Oh, I thought that said the Leviathan, and I was like, wait.
One of your ancestors. And I'm not lying. I'm not.
Your face, you're so like...
No, I know, because I wrote a blog post about this.
Yeah.
He's a professional.
Yeah, I read an article once.
I wrote a blog post.
If you think about it, so if everyone has, two biological parents, if you just go back infinitely...
What if I only have one?
If you just keep going back, eventually it's too many people. Like if everyone has two parents, right? And they have two parents and they have two parents, the population just gets bigger as you go back.
But it goes the other way.
Yeah, it does go the other way. So some guy worked out all the math, I don't remember exactly, but it turns out that about 3,500 years ago, everyone alive 3,500 years ago is either an ancestor of everyone living today or a descendant of no one living at all because their line died out. So if that guy's line continued, he was an ancestor of everyone living today.
Hello, great, 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 ancestor?
I know that when they rebuilt the very, very large sacrificial, like religious, not building so much as a structure, that Saddam Hussein was the one who rebuilt it.
Oh, oh.
As ties back to antiquities. And they'd be like, look what I'm bringing back to you. It's like the ancient thing of, I want to say it's Ur, something of Ur.
Really?
The plaster cast from the original.
Oh,
These actually look better though.
yeah. Look, it's parts of the Parthenon.
That wouldn't be on display in the British Museum because we didn't even see these.
Yeah.
Plaster cast.
the original in the British movie. It drives me crazy because the way they're
She's got her art historian bitch face on.
is because they're all at about here on general eye line for everyone. So like literally here for me. So it's not very high up, but it should have been at least 15 feet up because all of it, the angles were skewed to make it look as though everything would have proportionally correct looking down from it up. So it looks so wrong because they changed all the proportions of the bodies and skewed it so it would look correctly from the ground. But it's completely incorrectly when you look at it wrong. So you're just like, wow, that's a really improperly made horse. That's creepy, and it drives me crazy. It does. It's also what they did. Who was the guy? Oh, when he made the statue that was going to be 6 feet up, he made it, and then they're all like, no, this looks horrible. His hands are too big. And he's like, fine, I'm going to put it up in the niche for you, and I'll work on it for a few days, and then I'll get back to you. He does it. He doesn't change anything because they were looking at it from the proper angle. They were like, oh, that's beautiful. Good job. That's exactly what happened.
This is something we need to bring back. Shaving their eyebrows when your cat dies. Should be a thing.
The first thing I saw was a rapper. I think. Street style.
Welcome to Birmingham.
Calvin Klein is street style. I don't think Calvin Klein would appreciate that.
This is a lino cut, and it makes me feel like my life is a failure. Somebody cut that whole linoleum. And it's amazing. Also a lino block print, which is incredible. It's 1 of 10. I wonder why. Because it's so hard to make and you can almost see where all the colors are different. It's incredible. It's a 3-color. Maybe if we look at it long enough, it'll make sense.
It's like they just modeled it after an alien man. Yeah. I've studied this one too.
This is the sassy Christ.
That is the sassy. You hurt me. It's the greatest. We found one even. The donkey's huge. Also, there's like, it seems like he will drop off right after this wall. So
Donkey's floating. He's flying. Human donkey. People. Joseph is tired, but the donkey will eat them like Godzilla.
It also has like the weirdest.
Oh,
Isn't that fancy?
thank you, Rubens.
And also all of the
Just all the picture I take.
obviously. And all the like great expressions. This guy just looks confused. He's like, what are you doing? And they're like both attacks.
My horse.
Why are you punching my horse?
So this is when the angels came to the shepherds to tell them that Jesus was born. But instead of being all nice and like happy like this, the actual like Greek, or I don't know if it's Greek, but the actual translation of the Bible isn't like singing. It's the angels were yelling and stomping because they're the warriors of the Lord. So there's like an army of angels just yelling at the poor little shepherds. Yeah, like they would not be that like happy or complacent. They'd be like, what is going on? And the sheep would have run away. They would have freaked out.
The sheep probably got that a lot or something. They're used to yelling. They're just like, oh, shut up.
So this window is
Another Messiah.
yes. The sheep. I want to know what this building was before it became a museum, or if they built it this maze-like and kind of crazy.